Good afternoon, everyone. We've seen absurd prices. McDonald's, $18 for a 10-piece McNugget meal. Let's jump to Taiwan. Take a look in their McDonald's. 32 per US dollars the exchange rate. Not even $3 for a Big Mac. 10-piece chicken McNugget just barely scraping $3 US. The future automated book dispensaries, Taiwan also. And I came across this 55-gallon drum turned into a grow unit. Meanwhile, on the Amish farm, their beans are coming up. McDonald's pushing Coke, better Coke, early start. The Soda Pop Board of America, get your child on it early. 1960s, followed by everyday food snacks facing bans in the U.S. Sludge is good for you. And the headlines are screaming food inflation everywhere you look. And we're going to look at McDonald's, Taco Bell, Chick-fil-A. Everybody thought they could just live in infinitum buying fast food to survive the price rises in the rest of the world. I guess not. McDonald's price increases ended 2019. Now today, 1.3 times higher. McChickens, 2 times higher. And we go down to Taco Bell, at least double, plus 20%. Chick-fil-A not immune either, but not quite doubling. They are the lowest of the bunch. Speaking of the bunches, this one was coming across. Everybody's like, absurd, $17.99 for a quarter-pounder cheese, medium fry, medium drink combo meal. I guess you need a loan account to go out with a family of 4, $100 at McDonald's. Who would have ever thought? OMG. And the 10-piece chicken McNugget, $18.29. So I thought, all right. These are absurd American prices. Let's go ahead and go over to Taiwan, where I was traveling earlier for Lunar New Year. Take a look at their kiosks, all automated now. The person who gives you the food, they don't touch the money. They just give it to you after it's prepared. Now, a couple things about this is normal. You coming in contact with a human to take your order is a thing of the past in Taiwan. All automated, and you'll notice also the amount of ways to pay for your food. America is so far behind. Really, I kid you not. We are decades, plural, behind payment systems across the rest of the world. This is just ways for you to pay in McDonald's. And each one of these point cards or different credit cards or the tap to goes or the electronic pre-fill cards from the Apple Pay to the Google Pay and everything in between leaves the United States light years behind just even normal payment for normal products. So as we go through the video here, I wanted to put it into perspective of $1 US. If you're going to change it in new Taiwan dollars, you get 32.27, or we'll just call it 32 to make it even, or 33. That's an easy one to use also, because 33 times 3 is 99. You're right around $100. Taiwan dollars, that is. For $3 US is right around 100. So that's an easy one, 3 USD, 100. So let's pull over to the McDonald's Big Mac. And even at 75, you're only looking at $2 plus. The Angus Beef BLT, not even $4. So as we start to look at these prices in Taiwan compared to American prices, there is something drastically wrong. If this is the country where these products originate from and these prices are gouging our own people, that is on purpose. That is a plan. Because a 10-piece chicken McNugget will cost you $106 in Taiwan. Like I said, $3 is around 100 or 99. So $3.10 approximately, or $3.20 will get you 10-piece chicken McNugget. $2 even will get you a 6-piece McNugget. You can't touch that anywhere in America. And again, it's all kiosk served. So we'll take a look at the different types of Macs and burgers. The Parmesan Crispy Chicken Burger, right at $4. Double McChicken Burger, 75 NT, or about $2.50, a little bit under that even. Look at that, at the bottom. A McChicken Burger will only set you back $1.50. I don't remember those prices in years here. David Brady warns the S&P could nosedive to 1,000 points, erasing 14 years of gains. CEOs like Jamie Dimon have been warning about 70s era stagflation, The 70s were a lost decade for the stock market, but gold and silver exploded higher. From 1972 to 1974, gold gained 240% and silver surged 315%. Call the proud Americans of the Patriot Gold Group today before it's too late. Also, Patriot Gold Group has a no fee for life IRA where your IRA or 401k can be in physical gold or silver. No fee for life IRA on qualifying rollovers. Give them a call, 888-546-7020. And now on with the video. And then if we dive into the drinks, a cappuccino, 56, that's not even $2. A McCafe cappuccino, and you look at the latte iced, a little over $2. Coca-Cola rated $1.33. Why is it so much cheaper outside the United States to buy these products? That's the question. And that's what a lot of people should be asking. How is it you go overseas and then suddenly everything costs you far less for just basic life? It is gouging and downright overcharging for every aspect of American living. And also, Taiwan's light years, the whole rest of the world's light years ahead of America in terms of payment systems, automation. And here we get into book vending machines. Have you seen one of these around the States? I sure haven't, but this is our future. You can already see other places in the world are 10, 15 years ahead of where we will be. We're just slow catching up to anything here. Truly, we're so far. And then they're all the cryptocurrency smashing to make it die on the vine while the rest of the world runs away with that technology, leaving us playing catch up. And speaking of ketchup, we could grow tomatoes right in these barrels. Ingenious. I saw this in Taiwan where they took a 55-gallon drum and they used a heat gun. After they sliced it, they pushed those areas into the dirt, and you can plant anything you want inside those little cups. Now, it's all one continuous fill of the same soil, but those different spots allow you to grow. That looks like Kong Chin Cai or morning glory, thin leaf morning glory, and then, of course, we have the lettuce. And there's multiples of these, and you can turn them around through the day. That's why they're on the wheels. And then bringing us back to America, let's go to the Amish farm. What's happening out there? Well, when I was there just a day or so ago, beans are coming up, but I really like the way that they use the pine logs and just some simple string on an X frame there. Gives you some possibilities to stretch your beans, if they're not bush beans, obviously. And Coca-Cola, that's a big one in McDonald's. Obviously, everyone has their own beverage of choice. So this is from the 1960s, this advertisement. It comes from the Soda Pop Board of America in Chicago, Illinois, middle 1960s. And they're asking the question, how soon is too soon to start your child drinking Coca-Cola and other types of carbonated sugary beverages? And the answer is never too soon, not soon enough. Babies who drink soda during early formative periods have a higher chance of gaining acceptance and fitting in during awkward preteen and teen years. So for me, I missed that. So a baby and a preteen are 10 or 12 years split, are they not? So what happens in that 10-year period? I don't get that. They want you to have the child drink Coca-Cola as soon as you can in the 1960s and then wait 10 years until they're a preteen or into the teen years, which could be a decade or longer. Strict regimen of sodas and other sugary carbonated beverages right now. Guaranteed lifetime of happiness. Oh, we drank the Kool-Aid. And speaking of Kool-Aid and red dye number whatever, states looking to ban: California, Missouri, Illinois, Pennsylvania, New York. Harmful food additives are on the ballot. Yellow number 6, yellow 5, yellow 6, food dyes, blue number 1, etc. are all in these that are sold in our stores. So you need to ask yourself, why? Europe's banned all of this. Forbidden, verboten in Europe, as they would say. And we can spin the carousel as we talk about food prices. This is not going away, at least in the Western nations. Now, I want you to understand that there is a huge divide between affordable living out in most of the rest of the world compared to what we're seeing in these Western nations. The amount of inflation and just average cost to stay alive in America is absurd. I mean, beyond into the absurd, into the maniacal, truly into the maniacal cost. You can live outside the United States far cheaper than you can inside. And I will say something that might blister your mind here. Italy is cheaper to live than it is in the United States. And if you like Italian food and you think the quality of life might be better there, then absolutely it's far cheaper than to live here. But as we get into these crop losses that are now with these agencies, USDA, etc., CONAB, forecasting gargantuan losses, that these yields that were supposed to be coming out of South America aren't really what they'd forecast. They're going to be far less. They're just going to update a little bit later. And the USDA also downgrading the wheat crop and a few others. We're seeing absurd amounts of storms across the planet, denting in delayed planting here in the U.S. They're not even sure if we're going to get all the corn in or not. It's been delayed at least 2 weeks past the last optimum date, which means yield declines every day they wait further. Fish products here, as we see going across the, each one of these is about $1. So the pink ones would be $1. There was different price ranges. The other one was $1.50, like the white plate was $1.50 with the yellow on it. Then you got the more expensive plates worth of $3 in a sushi/sashimi restaurant. I mean, you couldn't touch that. Again, as a family going out, you could pull 5 or 6 of those and have a nice little quick snack. It'll set you back less than $10 with beverages. And, you know, to try to get this quality of food in America for these prices. And once you step outside of this bubble that we're in and you see how we're just being extracted, we're being milked. We are farm animals being milked of wealth here in this farm called a country America. The food is toxic, in my opinion. They wouldn't be recalling if it wasn't otherwise. Areas in the EU don't even allow any of these products to be sold across the EU. And everywhere you look, it's just talk of declines and contractions. So what's your plan B would be the question. Do you have your gardens up? Are you able to go to a different nation if something were to happen? Because it's just going to continue to get more and more and more expensive until something's going to snap and break here. I just can't see it holding together if everybody spends an inordinate amount on food pricing. And if you're thinking about storable foods to get you through some of these changes, the cheapest it's ever going to be is right now. It's just going to be more expensive from this point. My Patriot Supply and Adapt 2030 if you want to keep yourselves out of the chaos along with your family until these events might blow over. That link's in the description box below. 3-month emergency food supply. I do appreciate you watching. Hope you got something out of the video. Bye for now.